Hi guys, welcome to another video. Why does nobody want these particular bags? Why are these absolutely, they're going to be sold out, they're going to be hard to get, you need to get your name down, even the VIPs can't get hold of them, and then they become a massive flop. What makes the difference between one that is sold out and one that actually, the hype is actually not the reality? Let's get going. So this has come to mind recently because I have been obsessed with the Dior saddlebag in the newsprint, and it was completely and utterly sold out. Nobody could get their hands on it. I know Lisa's talked about this in her video about over in the USA, how difficult it was for her to get her hands on it. Finally she did, and she loves it and it's fabulous, and I really love it too. I sort of really wanted it and something stopped me. I was going to New York and blah, 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 blah. It was sold out anyway. Then when I got back from New York, they happened to have one in Manchester in Dior, and I couldn't believe that they had one. In fact, I did a video on it saying I turned this bag down because I couldn't believe they had it and I really wanted it, but I'd just come back from New York, spent a fortune. I wasn't in the market for anything. I was just having a look around. But it was very tempting, and I thought if I don't buy this now, I will never see it again. But something told me it wasn't the right time. And since then, which is quite a few weeks ago, in fact probably a couple of months ago now, that bag is still available to buy on the UK website. And I keep looking. I don't know why I keep looking, because I'm not buying the bag. Again, famous last words, but it's one of those that it keeps, it's sort of living up there. It really, really is. So I do keep checking the website, and I think I want it to be sold out and not available so I can go, okay, that's done, I can move on. It's not tempting me anymore because it's gone. But every single time I look, it's available to add to basket. And I just thought, wow, that's really, to say that that was an absolutely sold out piece. So is it that Dior have made a load more because the demand was so high and now they're stuck with a few of them? Is it that there's literally one? You can't tell how many are on the website. It could be that if you add to basket, then it's the last one, but it is available to buy. So it does make me wonder when people tell you these things are sold out. Yes, we've had experience that we can't get hold of things, so that tells you that it is sold out, but there are definitely occasions where we are told things are sold out or told that things are going to be sold out and we need to be quick. And actually, no, we don't need to be. So I've got other examples of this. So let's talk Chanel. So when I was in Chanel the last time, which is in the last couple of days, they had just behind on the shelves in plain sight two trendy mini trendies in the So Black. Now the So Black are always sold out. Some of the So Black you never get to see in the flesh because they've been sold out before they even hit the shelves, because the VIPs have got them. They've been and gone way before any of us mere mortals can actually see them. So I could not believe that in Manchester, in Selfridges, which is a really small concession for Chanel. Granted, it's the only Chanel in the north, so it does, I suppose it has a very big area that it's covering, but they had two on the shelves, and they could have even had more in the back. We don't know. And I was just really surprised at that. So that was a little bit of a, oh gosh, actually they do have these things available. It is, those things obviously are just straight out of the door. So that made me think a little bit as well that the market is quite saturated at the moment. We are starting to see things that we can get. And is it that the demand isn't quite there? Is it the prices are just crazy high, which they are? Or is it that they are producing more and more of these things and therefore supply and demand is just slightly off? Or have they got their levels perfectly balanced at the minute where us mere mortals can go in and buy one of these things and actually they're showing that not everything is sold out all the time. So I just thought it was very, very interesting. I also remember a couple of years ago, it was just when I started YouTube and the Kusama collection was coming out at Louis Vuitton. And the hype over the Kusama collection was something like I've never seen in my life. Honestly, not just the amount that they produced and the amount of items that they produced, the range across the board and the numbers of those ranges, but the marketing that went behind that collection launch was crazy. All of the stores, everything was Kusama. They had, because obviously it was all the polka dots and then the pumpkins and all of that. It wasn't for me. I didn't buy anything from it. It wasn't for me. But the stores, they had flooring with polka dots everywhere. Everything in the windows, they took the whole of the frontage of Harrods over that Christmas period. So we're talking 2 years ago from now, I think. That must have cost Louis Vuitton an absolute fortune. And if every store that I went into Leeds store, the Manchester store, a few of the London stores, they all were kitted out the same in the Kusama. If that was going across the world, the marketing budget for that launch, honestly, it must have been insane. And I know the essays at that point were saying, get your name down, get your name down. It's hotly anticipated. It's all going to sell out, you know, and actually it didn't. It didn't. I think some of the things did well, some of the things didn't do as well. And then more launches were coming. And I remember thinking, there's lots of things, even in the Leeds store they never have anything. They had a few of the pieces after Christmas or whenever. I think it launched, was it over the Christmas period? I can't remember, it might have been the January, because sometimes it's like January 1st drop. And I remember going in the new year later on and thinking, you can still walk in and buy some of these. When we're talking the Speedies and the Neverfulls, the Keepalls, that there were what you call the hero pieces. I was very surprised. Now, I remember asking one of the essays how the launch had gone, and everybody said, oh, it's gone amazing, they're so pleased. But would they tell me that anyway? Maybe so. And looking at the stock that they had, I'm not so sure they weren't a little bit disappointed with that collection. And yeah, anyway, that was just my take on it. We've also had other launches from Louis Vuitton where it has been, again, a little bit of a disappointment. Now, the Denim collection, the relaunch of the Denim collection, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was earlier this year, so we're coming up to maybe a year since it started to launch or it started to be known about. And I loved a lot of these pieces, but at that point in time I wasn't in love with it enough to buy anything, and I wasn't in the market for it. The timing was just off, but I did like it. But there were so many pieces that way after the launch, in fact, I think I did a video on this saying, has it been a bit of a flop for Louis Vuitton? Because I'd gone onto the website, again, doing my little bit of research, and everything, even the real hero pieces, were available to order on the website. And I was, yeah, there were certain things. I think there was like a small Speedy, was it the Nano? There was a few pieces that were sold out, not available, but there were pieces you could get hold of. And I found that very interesting as well. And again, I wondered if it was so many collections coming out from Louis Vuitton that every week there seems to be another collection, and it's just saturated with product, and therefore economy and everything else is, you know, the supply and demand is just slightly off. But there have been times more recently where, yeah, I don't think the launches have done quite as well as they hoped. So I'm just looking at my phone now, and I'm looking at the holiday collection from Louis Vuitton. So that's all the Christmas animation Vivian pieces. And if I look on here now, the key pouch is available in the red, and also it's available in the Azure Frost. Let's have a look what else. I'm just looking down at my phone trying to see. So the Nano Alma is available. The card holder is available. So these are all available to shop online. Let's have a look at something that you think might be a biggie. So maybe the mini pochette accessoire. So the mini pouch. Yeah, that's available. Which that is usually the thing that actually sells out very quickly. We've done the... Yeah, none of these. Anything that I'm looking at the zippy coin purse. I'm looking at the pencil case. All of these are available to buy right now. Let's have a look at the ski collection from Louis Vuitton, because that has certain things in it that I know have been really popular. So this is the shearling, this is the mirrored gold, not gold, the silver, like mirrored silver GM Alma, and I think there's a smaller piece. Let's have a look at those. So the shearling Speedy 25, that's available to buy. I saw that in Manchester as well, and I was very surprised they had that. Let's have a look. There's a Curzon PM bag that's got the silver metallic, again available to buy. Let's have another look. I'm trying to find the silver. Right, there's a loop PM bag in the silver. Okay, so that one is unavailable. So that says notify me when available, so that's sold out. And there's a Speedy 25. Now this isn't the silver mirror, but this is the ombre one. Again, that's not available. So these are more what I expected to happen. Okay, the Alma GM bag. This is the one that Meredith unboxed, and it is insanely good. Yeah, that's sold out as well. So those ones, they're to be expected. The drop wasn't massive. The mirrored collection, I think there was the Alma GM and the Loop PM, and I think there was there a, let's just have a look on here. There's a Speedy, there was a Speedy 20 as well, and that again is sold out. So bag wise, I think there was only three bags in the mirror collection, and then there was the Keepall, which obviously is more of the travel. Again, that's sold out. So they have put limited pieces out, but they have sold out. So the other huge launch that's just happened from Louis Vuitton is the Neverfull Inside Out. Now, I've done a whole video on this saying, because I did get my hands on it, what I think of it and everything else, so you can have a look at that one if you're interested. But I'm interested in how it's doing. Have they sold out? Well, there were some in Manchester, so I suspect not, but I'm just having a look now. So the bag, which is the inside out tan version, so it's tan and monogram, that is available to buy. So let's have a look at the black and monogram version. That is available to buy. So that really surprises me, because that was the hero piece, the one that was the one I tried on the last time I was in Manchester, which was the monogram on one side edged in black leather, and then full black leather on the other side. So yeah, that's available. Let's also see, let's have a look at the ones that are like the colourful canvas inside. So the one that is red interior, exterior with monogram, and these have the shoulder strap as well, that's available to buy. Let's have a look at the yellowy one, that's available, and the bright hot pink, that's available. So these are all the sizes. Does that surprise you, or are you thinking, yeah, well, we're not surprised because it's not very nice, or it's not any different to a normal Neverfull? Let's have a look at the little one. So this is the BB size of the inside out Neverfull, again in black and monogram. That is available to buy. So everything that I've looked at on here to do with this new massive launch of the Neverfull, the inside out, they're all available. So has that launch been an absolute flop, or have they sold what they need to and they keep just churning them out? Wow, In a way, I'm not surprised, and in a way I think they'll be really disappointed with that. They were definitely pushing them in store, saying, have you seen it, have you seen it? So they obviously have been told to push them. That is really interesting. So what does that mean? Does it mean that people are just not spending? People are not liking those designs? People are sick of the same old regurgitated? It's just a Neverfull. There's nothing different about it, particularly. Interesting, isn't it? And let's just quickly talk about the Speedy from Louis Vuitton, because that's had such a resurgence, but there are so many versions of the Speedy available. Even if you just search Speedy on the website, there are so many, it's unbelievable. So again, they're saturating the market, but the ones that have just launched, so these are the ones with the monogram, but then they're edged in either more of a tan camely colour, or black. I like the black one, I do, with the black edging to the monogram. They're still available. I thought they would sell out immediately. The black soft Speedy that I've talked about loads, that I tried on in New York, I really like that bag. That's still available. So I'd seen that before, I'd seen it on the website before I went to New York. I wanted to see it in New York. So that's been out for a few months now. Hasn't sold out. There's also the new Speedy that's just come out, which is the little canvas Speedy trunk. So it's in monogram with reverse monogram on the edges. It's got the black edging, and it's got the metallic corners. It's beautiful. It's quite expensive. It's 2,350, I think, for a Speedy 20 in canvas, but I thought this would sell out. It was available in Manchester, it was on the shelves available, it's available online. Crazy, I can't believe that that is still available. It is, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really surprised about that, because I thought that would be, again, a bit of a hero piece. So there are things definitely showing us that things are slowing down. What do you think, guys? Do you think there's just too many things out there and the brands are not expected to sell out anymore, even though they're trying to hype it up to us that you need to get your name down? Now, there is one thing that is for sure that I have seen, is that the P9s do tend to sell out. You cannot buy them through the website. They are on there just to look at, but you have to contact a client advisor before you can actually purchase one. And I know, because I've sort of put my feelers out there, if you like, and thinking, yeah, I missed the boat with it. And there was one in particular colour that I really liked, which I mentioned in another video, which was the turquoise one. And yeah, it's been and gone. So whether one will come along at some point, it's unlikely. So yes, they haven't been a flop at all, even though the prices of those are insane. But they're going on the resale market for an insane amount as well. So they have been a really big hit, I think, for Louis Vuitton. Obviously the Pharrell Williams ones. He also launched the canvas ones. Yeah, I think some of those are still available. Bits and pieces are, and they launched ages and ages ago, so I don't think they've been quite as popular, maybe, but yeah, they're just not quite as nice, are they, obviously, as the gorgeous leather ones. So I just find it very interesting how things have really changed over the last couple of years, in particularly since I've been doing YouTube, and I'm doing a lot more research because of these videos that I'm putting out. I'm finding, yeah, I just find it really interesting. So let me know, guys, have you found any items that you've been desperate for and you think they're going to sell out and then they haven't? Let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.